Hey, oh boy, today it's gonna be a thing. Yeah, indeed, I am late to a watchmaking video. That is, well, that is kind of problematic. I'll fully admit that. But all right, let's go on ahead and get started here. I got to get everything set up in the audio visual world here. Come on, audio visuality. Let's see here. My movies. Yes, I'm live. Thank you. I'm aware. Uh, Oh, there we go. Perfect. My current live streams. No, I don't need to hear myself. It's bad enough that you all have to hear me. All right. I've got chat pulled up over there. That should be good. I've got the tutorials pulled up over here. Oh, that's right. I need an earbud in there. And I have all the things that I need here. Hey, thank you very much, Spencer. So, first off, a quick little bit of full disclosure here. Where the heck is my full disclosure sign at? Give me a full disclosure sign. Disclose your location. Okay. Oh, here it is. There we go. All right, moving on. So, before we go any further, I want to thank very much DIYWatchClub, who sent this kit along here. We had no agreement that I would do something like this live. They just said, hey, do you want to check this out? You're a watch nerd. We sell stuff to watch nerds. Are you interested? I said, of course I am. As always, I told them I'm talking about the good, the great, the bad, the ugly. Might be a gem, might be junk. Nonetheless, they sent it along, but we do have to assume this is the very best quality controlled one of these kits ever, although the watch I put together is... may not be the best quality controlled one ever, but nonetheless, that's what's going on here. I want to disclose that fully as we are getting started here. So, anyways, the goal here today is pretty simple. I want to put together this watch. The watch here is actually not in watchy form yet. In fact, this watch is comprised of parts in 4 boxes here. And I'll be, putting those parts together and ideally come out of it at the end with a working wristwatch here. I can't guarantee you that I'm going to finish everything here today, right? It could be, it could not be, right? Who the heck knows? I might be a brilliant man, I might be an idiot, but at the very least, I'm going to give it a try, right? And so, yeah, that's what the plan is here for today. First off, though, a disclaimer. Do not get into watches. Seriously, we've had this talk before. Do not. Absolutely not. But anyways, I digress. So we can go on ahead and get this guy kind of started by taking out some of the parts out of this nice, looking carrying case here. What I have here, oh, interesting. They've made this all on, Velcro. I don't know why this is on Velcro, but it sure is. Looks like I got my finger caughts, which is the technical term, of course. Got ourselves a little puffy ball. That's, of course, also the technical term. You can tell I am high horology at the moment. We have ourselves a little optic here, a loop, which I can I clip this to my Batman mask? Maybe. Hold on, let's see here. All right, hold on. This is not a discussion I ever thought I'd end up having, but here we are. Let's see here. Well, I now have a loop clipped to a Batman mask. That's got to be something, right? Is it in alignment, though? That's another question entirely. Actually, holy crap, that's working. All right, so I now have a fold-away loop on a Batman mask. This is not... Okay, here we are. So that's good. And by the way, hi everybody who's coming in here. I am going to be watching the chat, but at times I'm probably going to be focused on what I'm doing here. To answer some of your questions, not a Rolex. Hey, Ohio Knife Lover, do not get into watches. Hey, Wizards, good to see you. Mrs. is doing good. But nonetheless, let's go on ahead and start getting our things together. Oh, hey, it's TPK. Cool. Good to see you. Alrighty. Let's go on ahead and take out the parts here, see what we got going on. On this side of things, we have a cell phone holder, which isn't super crucial at the moment, but hey, why not, right? Can't hurt, I imagine, because people are going to be watching the videos. And by the way, that is one thing I should disclose. That, you know, I have actually put together a watch before. I put together this guy, but this is a very different movement, very different approach. And in order to get ready to be able to do this live, I actually did go ahead and I watched the videos ahead of time. So I have them pulled up to the side of me here, off to the side. And I'm going to, by the way, when it comes time to listen to a video, I'm not going to make the sound live, and I'm not going to show it live because these are behind the password block for them for whatever reason. So I'm going to go ahead and respect that by doing it that way. But nonetheless, we've got that there. We have a case back wrench over here. A case back knife. It is a fine little case back knife, but I would much prefer to use this one, actually. This is a gem of a case back knife. This is an antique Swiss Army knife from the days of the Apollo, from that era, right? And that's absolutely a beautiful thing. And so I'll probably be using this guy instead of their built-in, you know, chintzy one because, well, it was given to me by a great person. No. You're thinking only hands. The only hands is what I've got, right? So that's a beautiful thing. The smart water, there ain't enough water in the world to get me smart enough to do this. So, and then it looks like we have this appears to be an MN strap, basically. I don't know whether it's a licensed version of it or not, but it is definitely related to the Erica's Originals MN strap. So there you go. The real question is how they've got the length on it, because that's something that is fit to length. Anyways, I digress. So we've got that, and then I'll go on ahead and I'll take out my tools here. It sounds more strange than it perhaps is. Okay, this is a hand wrench. This is a hand wrench. A hand puller, I suppose. These are tweezers. That's good. And then this is a piece of wood. So the piece of wood may need to be sharpened at a certain point, but I thought you would enjoy taking a look at it nonetheless. So here we go. We can go on ahead and start taking out some of the other things. And by the way, if you're curious about any of the tools I'm using during this disassembly, go on ahead and check out DIY Watch Club. These are the folks who provided the watch and tools and the whole kit here for me today. So there is that. About how much did this kit cost? That's a really good question. Hold on just a second here. What the heck am I? Oh, okay, my laptop ended up landing on top of the arrow key, which kept trying to accelerate the video, and I think I might have moved through time there. That's a useful thing to know. And then I got the loop mounted on the Batman mask. Okay, looks like the diver version at the moment appears to be on sale for $320. So that's a chunk of change, right? But this should be an experience. I think that's accurate, no matter what else. Okay. So in this box here, we have a diver dial. And by the way, one thing to note is that I have washed my hands pretty thoroughly before this. Not that my hands are generally grody or anything, but I'm just doing my best to make sure I don't have more oil than I need to. I'm going to be using finger cots as we're going through all of this process here. But nonetheless, that is something to contemplate as you are contemplating doing something of this of your own. Hey, Kiefer, good to see you. Got lots of folks in here who are excellent peoples. All right, come on. This freaking baggie is not opening. Okay, here's the Burgeon, hand-pulling thingy. Looks like a chunk of Rodico, which is a, effectively, it's like blue tack. Nonetheless, we got ourselves some spring bars with quick release. 2 sets of those. We got ourselves chunk of plastic, which we don't need. And we got finger cots by the freaking dozen, some suede to clean things up. There we go. Alrighty, let's see here. Yeah, first things first, you're right, size comparison. Here it is against a Spyderco Delica for the entire kit here. Thank you. Very much appreciated that. Let's see here. What else do we have? This is the dial here. The dial is in wax paper, which is good. I don't want to touch the dial necessarily, but what we see here is, there we go. We are all dialed in, so to speak. All right. Okay, there we go. That's all said. What we have in here is probably the hands. Okay, well, here we go. These will come in handy. Okay, that was great. Let's see here. The hands are here. And you might be asking yourself, Nick, why do they give you two sets of hands? Well, I think they're anticipating me being not a brilliant man, which honestly was a nice move, right? But these two sets of hands are, well, let's just put it this way. They are going to be extra in case I screw up the hand installation process. So there you go. And I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to try and charge the loom on these guys sort of independently of anything. And just make sure that, okay, yeah, loom looks good here, looks good here. Good and good, good and good. Okay, there's really no reason to choose one set of hands over the other. One thing that's worth noting, actually, is there is a very slight bend in the hand on this guy. Like, it's kind of, and that's good. That's an attractive little touch. So that's nice. Okay, in here we have what appears to be a movement. And again, I am definitely checking chat. I'm going to do my best to make sure, certainly, I catch any super chats that come by. But at the very least, I'm going to try and engage on occasion. But I will be on occasion focused down into this area. Here we have a movement. This is an NH35 movement. Not your absolute top of the line, but certainly a movement. All right, let us go on ahead and... Where is my watchmaking knife? Here we go. Thank you to a very generous viewer for donating this particular knife to the channel. Okay. Come on, people. Oh, that's right. I haven't sharpened this, and it's a Victorinox. It's going to need a little love. Okay, well, at the very, very least, it did the trick getting that peeled up. There we go. So now we have ourselves a movement. This is not just a live stream. This is a movement. Okay. Let's go on ahead and set that down right. Well, no, that's a bad idea. Let's set it down like that. All right, so there is that. One thing that this does not come with, actually, is a little pad for setting the movement on. And that is something I have... that is something I have one of handy. When I did the American Watch and Clockmaker Institute whole affair, I ended up buying the toolkit, and one of the things that I got as a part of that process was one of these bad boys. And this is useful for just kind of setting movements on and being able to press against without risk of damaging anything. So there's that. Oh, good God, everybody's getting into watches. Some people are enjoying this live stream in an entirely different way. Oh, no. You do not get into watches, people. Sorry about that. Tissot watches, actually, they make some really nice stuff. The style don't necessarily... they don't call my name specifically, but they don't have to, right? They've done a lot of really good stuff out there, and they've definitely got some cool designs. So consider that. Okay, and then finally, this should be the case of the watch itself. So in any case, we should be good. Oh, looks like the chapter ring is pre-installed. All right. That's fine. So we've got ourselves a chapter ring. We have ourselves a whole bunch of dust on the inside of this case from the looksy of it. Yep. All right. That's going to be fun. And the back of this is very loosely put on there, assembled by hand. That's because they couldn't put assembled by a jackass. Oh, wait. No, the chapter ring is not installed. Okay. We're going to go on ahead and eat that out of the way here. And then we'll put that here. This is a thick boy. Whew. Okay. So we got that, and we also have the crown inserted into the case, which makes sense given that it is a screw-down crown. And, yeah. Let's go on ahead and, actually, I'll leave the backside on this guy for the moment, because I don't need to be there yet. Okay. So, at this point in time, we are all set. We have all the materials. We are ready to begin the process. The process, of course, is given to you on an instructional website, basically. Like I said, I'm not going to play the videos or anything for you because, A, that'd be a little... oh, okay, my voice is going to be more great than the videos are, let's be real. But at the same time, and they're behind the registration wall and whatnot. But nonetheless, what they start off with is telling you how to open the damn package, how to install a finger card. And a finger card, of course, is one of these little bad boys right here. So the finger cards are meant to protect the various parts from the oil on your on your fingers and whatnot. So, anyways, let's go on ahead and put on some finger cards here. I like that they've given me a nice Halloween theme, right? That's kind of awesome. Let's go on ahead and, oh, are these different sizes? Do they have LBH size? Okay, here's your thumb version. All right, definitely, they're looking pretty good right here. Yep, absolutely. Batman themed. Oh, you're right. Oh my God. 100%. So the finger gloves come with the mask. You would think. So the next video that they give you is telling you not to, well, do things to the movement, right? You know, don't eat the movement around. This little area right here, of course, is the balance wheel, and the balance wheel is kind of important. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to wind the watch ever so slightly here. And what I'm hoping, wishing, and the hoping, there we go. See right here? Balance wheel is getting started moving. That is the thing that is going to be keeping the time as we are doing, well, the whole watch use thing, right? So by, winding the watch, I put enough power into the system, basically, that we're able to do that. One thing that's really important to note is that I am not really technically building a watch here. In practice, what I'm actually doing is assembling it. I'm putting it in the case, right? So I think that's a little bit like the AWCI thing that created this guy is a little bit more build-a-watchy in that, you install the balance wheels and all those kinds of things. So anyways, there is that. But you want to make sure I want to make sure as I'm handling this, that I'm only handling the movement, generally speaking, by the sides, by the plastic there, as well as I'm not, putting a lot of pressure down on the rotor here. I'm not touching your balance wheel, etc. Never want to touch the balance wheel right there. So there you go. So yeah, that's to make sure you don't knock up the watch. Yep, that's exactly what this is about. So okay, the first step is going to be to remove the stem crown hole affair over here, which is kind of like the Thomas crown affair, but it's a little bit different actually. So okay, I'm looking at my little. Actually, before I go any further, what I want to do real quick is I want to just make sure the second hand stem in the middle is in alignment and whatnot. Yeah, okay, we're looking good there. That's nice. All right, I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't like bent or screwed up to start with. Okay, next thing, I'll move my move that out of the way. What I want to do is find the little deal that I am pressing on to release the kraken and or this little guy right here. And actually, to do that, I'm going to go on ahead. I believe it to be, come here, screwdriver. I believe it to be this little lever right here. You press down on that and that'll work. But I also want to make sure I'm not going to screw that up entirely, because I'd really rather not screw that up entirely. Hey, Mild Man at EDC, appreciate it very much. Yeah, these are definitely reverse fingerless gloves. Nice. Yeah, that is very emo, isn't it? All right, let's see here. Where is the correct button for me to press? NH35. All right, let's zoom in here a little bit. I'm looking at the video off screen here. Will I need to regulate it? Probably, but at the very least, I'll try and regulate it afterwards. Okay, bro. All right, show me the money. Show me the part of the thing I'm pressing. Come on, bro. Where was that chunk of the video? Okay. NH35, that little dude right there. Now I'm pressing down on that, and that will allow me to release this crown. Okay. Well, let's give it a try, shall we? Do not get into assembling watches. Yeah, that's probably good advice. Going ahead and I'll use these. Oh, these are Vetus by Peakwin. All right. Okay, good. Got that. Now what I'm going to do here is tempt. This is one of those moments where already I feel like I could probably use an extra hand, right? So I'm going to go on ahead and go ahead, press this down right here. And hopefully, maybe, might be able to. Come on. Don't want to wind the thing. I'm just trying to press this bad boy down here. I'm sorry, this is a very depressing part of the stream. Because I'm depressing this little lever. No. Come on. Come on. Broski. There it is. Can I wedge the tweezer in there? This is step one, and I'm already screwing this up. This ought to be good. Let's see here. Do you buy the nano oil by the gallon? I do not. As much as I overuse, I actually don't use that much. There we go. Hey, we got it. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the way. Pro Watchmaker. That's right. Eat your heart out, Switzerland. So this is the stem that comes with the winding stem that comes with the watch itself. And you see, this is actually kind of a precision lathe part right here. Right? You got all kinds of different areas there. Oh, thank you very much, Eric. I appreciate the super chat. Hamilton and Khaki. Oh, the Interstellar watch. Those are nice. The Hamilton Murph is pretty cool. All right, and so I'm now going to install the real deal watch, basically. The real deal stem. And yeah, that looks about good. All right, where are you at, winding stem? Yeet. Okay. So, if you'd like to keep track at home of how many times I have yeeted the watch movement, that is number one. Number one. Where was I just pressing? All right. Let's see here. Don't you do that after the movement's in the case? You do it again after the movement's in the case, but you don't do it yet. There it is. Hi there. All right. Going ahead and insert that bad boy right there. All right, that's now in position. Hey, excellent. Step one, we are done here. Yeah, I know, I said I shouldn't eat it, but here I am. Okay, step two is going to be to install the dial. The dial, of course, here not referring to soap, but instead to the bit that goes on top of this whole affair over here. This is the date wheel here, and I wonder, can I zoom you all in? Let's see if this works. Come here, camera. Which camera are you, anyways? No, not quite. One more time with feeling. There we go. There we go. Take a look at this macro action right here. Oh, yes. So what we're going to actually see is we're looking at this watch right here, and I'll go ahead and I'll point with something relatively soft. What we're actually going to see is this is the date wheel on the watch right here. And this date wheel is the thing that's rotating to tell you what day it is. And that would probably make a lot of sense, right? And you can see it's got these little shocky teeth on there. And those shocky teeth engage with some, basically with some gears underneath there. And are moved forward and backwards by the movement of the date wheel, basically. The date wheel is the thing that's moving by the movement of the little date, the date specifier thingamabobber. That's the technical term right there. But anyways, that's going to be the thing that is rotating. Watchmakers, I'm so sorry in advance. So, anyways, that's what we got going on here. And then underneath there, in the middle there, we see the area that the hands attach onto, etc., etc., etc. So we're now going to go on ahead and put the face of this guy on there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick with quartz. I agree at some level, my friend. The quartz watches are amazing, and frankly, are probably the thing you should be doing most of the time with your watch in life. I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to throw on a second set of my Batman finger condoms here. And that'll allow me to grip the dial a little bit better. Because you do not want to touch the dial. Look, you don't want to get into watches, but if you're going to get into watches, do not touch the dial. Because the dial itself has, well, it's a relatively flat surface, right? So I want to try and avoid that. I'm going to go on ahead and see. Hey, loom. Nice. Absolutely. So, anyways, there we go. So this has on the back of it here, it's got little posts, basically. And those little posts are the dial feet. They go right into the dial. And so, go into the movement here and then allow me to position the dial properly. Okay, I believe I'm seeing a dial foot hole right there and a dial foot hole right there. So let's go on ahead and do this. And I want the crown to be at 3 o'clock, so this is the orientation that makes some sense. All right, so again, I'm making sure that I'm trying to grip the thing not by the balance wheel directly, right? And then I'm just kind of putting everything on here and then very slowly massaging, if you will, the dial feet into place. I'll set this bad boy down, actually. And that'll allow me to slowly press. Where are my dial feet again? Here we are. That'll allow me to slowly press this bad boy down into its positionality in which it belongs. And we are dialed in. There do not appear to be anything particularly securing the dial feet deep inside there. It's not like there's a screw or anything like that. But yeah, that's definitely that's a thing. So the next step here is going to be, as I'm making sure that everything's looking good, I'm going to check to see that we are sort of aligned, that we are flat on this guy. Yeah, we're looking roughly flat here. I'm also going to I could go a little deeper, I think. Get all inception on this. We need to go deeper. There we go. And give a little squeeze right here. And there we go. And now I want to also check to make sure that the winding, or I'm sorry, not the winding stem, that the second hand and whatnot are in the center here. So I'm going to pull this up to my loop here. Mounted to the Batman loop, the Batman mask. That is the Bat loop. And we are looking pretty solid. All right, so we have ourselves a dialed watch. There we go. Beautiful. All right, let's see here. Yes, finger condoms is not a obscene thing to say. Thank you, YouTube. Yeah. All right. So, can I give you another close-up? Well, sure. I mean, right here's the dial. Apparently, it's the 14th now. Little known fact. But anyways, so let's see here. Next step. We have our finger condoms on. We have the movement holder is already installed. That's not an issue. Okay, here's the fun part. This is the installation of the hands. So one of the things I appreciate very much about, and by the way, I'm not, like I said, full disclosure for the folks just arriving, that this was provided to me by DIY Watch Club. There was no understanding or expectation that I'd do this live. That's my own being an idiot. But nonetheless, that way you all watch me suffer live. But nonetheless, that is a fact. But the hard part here, or at least one of the hard parts, is going to be installing the hands. This was a pain in the neck when I made this guy with the AWCI thing, and there I had fancy little tiny Swiss arbor presses and things like that. And you know, that was helpful. But in this case, I do not. So I'm going to go on ahead and use. Okay. The nice thing about Victorinox steel is that I can just do this, right? And we're probably back up to shop. And there we go. So what I'm going to do is extract the hands. But one of the nice things about this is that they are very explicit that this is the part you're going to screw up, Nick. They say that very directly, like on the website, like click here, go here. This is going to be difficult for you. You are going to be an idiot about this. Here's how to try not to be an idiot, right? Okay, bro, come out of there. My goal here is not to go in there and grip these with metal tweezers. My goal is to open the bag enough that this will fall out on its own. Come off it. I am the human. I am the knight. I will win this round, hand. And now I've opened the second one. But hey, if the second one comes out, that'll be a win too, right? Let's see here. Thank you very much, Paul. There we go. We got that one out. Let's see if I missed anything. Pretty soon I'll be servicing my own watches. Nope. 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 See, the thing is, there are things in the world that you should entrust to the experts, right? And I am not an expert on many things. Although the internet seems to disagree in places. But anyways, I am not going to be taking apart a fancy watch anytime particularly soon. I'd love to get to the point where I had enough skill to be able to do that, but I am at least far enough on the Dunning-Kruger curve to know that I am actually going to screw that up, more likely than anything. Come on. Get out of there, bro. Come on. Okay, now is the hard part of convincing this little guy out of here. All right, bro. Come on. Oh, this might be a static issue. All right. Come on, you're so close. Actually, hold on. I have plastic tweezers. These plastic tweezers did not come with the kit. Unfortunately, all I got were the metal ones. But nonetheless, this should allow me to get in here and grab a little more effectively with no risk of marring the metal. Then finally, I want to get a second hand out of here. And hopefully I won't make it catch on fire, because then you all would be exposed to secondhand smoke. Let's see here. Donation for charity for a buck rapid fire reassembly. Nope, absolutely not. So, okay, now we got ourselves some hands, right? They are, well, frankly, pretty small, right? That's how it generally works. Let's see here. How do we need to have the donate to disassemble the mainspring barrel? No, absolutely not. Abso-freaking-lutely not. This little barrel right under here contains a little tiny spring that is under a fair amount of tension when wound. If you get that out of there, you need specialized tools to get it in there. Absolutely not, no. Nope. So, that would be one way. Tell the makers, yeah, sure, send me a watch. I'll service it live on camera. Be one way to cut down on the number of watches I gotta look at. Okay. So, actually, let me go on ahead and take off the prophylactic here for the moment. Bye-bye, monetization. All right. Now I've got myself a very awkward set of tan lines here. My wife's gonna come home. What the heck have you been doing? No, honey, it's okay. It was for the internet. All right. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? Can you all see this? I'm gonna adjust my perspective here a little bit. Distraction question. Thank you. All I need to do here is to be a little distracted. Okay, here we go. Oh God, I almost just knocked over my tea. That's not good. Let's try that again. All right. Let's go ahead and put on the hands. I have enough, yeah, I got enough height here to be able to do this, and we're zoomed in a little bit. All right. So, next step, installation of the hands. What interests me more, knives or watches? Both, right? They both have their joys, right? Okay, second hand is still, the center column for the second hand is still in position. So I would say both, right? Why not both? These days, though, honestly, I'm probably happier with my, well, I could be perfectly happy with both knives and watches at this point. I'm well set. But my watch collection is relatively static. There aren't that many other things I'm interested in. The new 36-inch Rolex Explorer, maybe a little bit, but still. Okay, installing the hour and minute hand. We are going to look at this bad boy, popping the movement dial up. Okay. What I'm going to go on ahead and do here is use the back of the movement case here to actually hold the movement for the disassembly. There we go. I'm practicing very poor finger caught hygiene with the Oh, that's important. This right here is the seal that's going to make this thing waterproof, although I can't actually test that it is. That doesn't appear to be actually supporting the movement anyway, so we're not going to do that. So instead, we're just going to keep it on this little foam dealy right here. So, okay, let's see here. Picking up a watch hand, I know that part. Hand positioning and alignment checking. Yep, I got that. Let's go on ahead and do this. I'm going to go on ahead and pick up the hand here. I'm going to pick up the hand using the middle portion here. Perfect. All right, let's go on ahead and set that bad boy down in the middle there. So right now, this is only very loosely placed on here. Now what I'm going to do is check to see which is the smaller of these two. There we go. This is the bigger hole here, and so I'm going to use this to very gently press my hour hand down. Now, at this point in time, I'm going to set this watch, right? There we go. Okay, what I want to do is basically see... Okay, did you see that little bit? This is... So, right now, it's midnight. Thing is, the watch hand is not telling me it's midnight, right? The date just advanced, and the date advancing is the thing that tells you that it's midnight. So I need to fix that. I need to get this hand off of there. And the way I'm going to do that is use this little piece of plasticho right here. Slip that to either side to protect the watch dial. And then I will take this bad boy here, or these bad boys, I suppose. There we go. And I've popped off the hour hand. So at this point in time, the hour hand is... Can I do this? Can I pull this off? Am I this good? No, I am not. Okay. Let's see here. Grab this. And just a reminder, the plastic tweezers did not come with this. These are a aftermarket affair. Okay. Now what I want to do is align the hour hand to midnight, because we just hit midnight, right? Okay. Now what I do is I press this on a little tiny bit. I'm not doing the full, full push yet. My goal here is just to get this roughly in position. Now what I do is I'm going to go on ahead and check to see that if I go through an entire 24 hours... Not yet. It should change when we get to midnight. Ready? We're going to see this start moving soon if I'm not a jackass. Okay. Turn slowly. Okay, I'm not quite on it yet. So what I need to do here is to just adjust this guy the slightest, tiniest bit. Again, I'm going to put this little guy underneath here to make sure that I am not scratching up the base of this. Can I see through that? I can. So I'm going to go on ahead and rotate the hand here. If I start World War III doing this somehow, commenter, I have done something very, very, very wrong. Damn it. Okay, actually, I don't care that much. All right. Drop that into place. One of the things that is going on here that's a little difficult for you all to visualize, but I'll go on ahead and... Do I have a pen? I review pens. Why do I not have a pen? One of the things that's kind of weird to do, and I'll go ahead and draw it on this wax paper with a Sharpie, is that what you actually have here on the top of the hands here is effectively, you got one thing that looks like this, you got one thing that looks like this, you got one thing that looks like this, right? And so the hour hand needs to go on this level here, so it's sticking off. The minute hand needs to go on this level here, so it's sticking off. And the second hand goes on the top of this bad boy here, and so it's sticking off. And so I need to make sure that these are properly aligned and whatnot. So that's important. All right. But at the moment, I'm just trying to get it aligned such that the date is changing at the proper time before I give the hour hands the full push, so to speak. Am I doing this right? Yes, I am. All right. So let's line this just a little bit more. And actually, I want this is a stick. Did I really just explain to you that this is a stick? Yes, of course this is a freaking stick. You know this is a stick. All right, what I'm going to go ahead and do, though, is take this stick, and I'm going to carve this stick a little bit, and I'll do it into this box here. And hopefully, yeah, beautiful. This will give me a nice flat surface that I can use to manipulate things without having trouble. In the pocket today, by the way, is the Artisan Cutlery half-dress mini Slim Pickins. I'm feather sticking on my channel for the very first time. Amazing. Yeah. All right. Nope, not quite. Angles are not there yet. Okay, good. They say a master watchmaker should be able to make their tools. And there we go. Did I just say it is Alliance? Did I say Artisan? Am I that dumb? I'm probably that dumb. All right. So are we building a fire to sacrifice the watch? We are not. Okay. This isn't actually, oof. That wasn't even on the stem. All right. And I'm going to pull this back and lean in here so I can look with my Batman loop. The alignment here, yeah, we're good. All right, push this down. For the first time, I've touched on a watch, a knife, and a pen in one video. Yep, that may well be. How's the stick play? The stick play is pretty considerable. Okay. Am I using the right side for this? Yes, I am. My goal here is to be vertical, right? It's not going to look like I am because of perspective on this whole thing, but my goal here is to be very vertical. And to not screw up my alignment here. And I've screwed up my alignment. That's awesome. Okay. One more time with feeling. And then to get this guy very level. Okay. I'm going to do another hourly, like the date change check to make sure I am in as much alignment as I think I am. Yes, I'm aware it's currently not level, but I want to do that before I do anything too pressing, you know? All right. Come on. Oh, yeah, that'll do. That will do. That was... Oh, God. Some noises you make and you realize, oh, God, that's on the internet, right? Okay. So now my goal here is going to be to hold this bad boy. And I know you're not going to get a great view, but I'm going to press down directly onto this guy with as much verticality as I can muster. And slowly, but surely, work this guy down into its proper positionality. And my goal here is, again, I need to get this hour hand on top of this guy right here. So it's at exactly the same level. Tap it with a hammer. Oh, good Lord. No. Good Lord, no. People. Yeah, the yellow finger caught is definitely, yeah, it is mustard concealing. That's nice. Don't eat with your finger caughts on, people. I'm no watchmaker, but I know that much. All right, let's press this down a little further. Almost there. Okay, I am 100% touching the dial, which means I am not being strictly vertical. And it might actually mean that the dial is not fully pinched together. Is that a thing? Where are my dial feet at? Here we are. Grab that. Grab that. Hold on. I gotta... Time to caught back up, people. Yeah, thank you very much for the compliments on the finger prophylactics. It's very kind of you. Okay, come here. There is this dial foot and this dial foot, and I will grab both of them and just make sure that we're fully put down there. What was the stick's hardness? I don't believe it to have been particularly hardened here. Let's see, when do you add the Loctite? Oh, good God, people! Watches and knives are subtly different in a variety of ways. All right. And there we are. Press a little harder. Can I go a little further? Okay. So now I'm gonna, my goal right now is, actually, I wonder if I can do this with you all involved. Where the heck's my clippy thing? All right, we're going in. We're zooming in. There we are. My goal, my dream, my hope is to have this not touching the dial, which it appears to not be, to have it roughly level, which it appears to be, and to have this part be roughly flat against the bottom there. And that appears to also have been the case. So that's a beautiful thing. Let me zoom in a little bit here. I got to take this off camera to my bat loop. I might maybe go down a little further. All right, I'm going to press this a little more. Don't like the huge hour arrow. Yeah, understood. Different tastes. I feel like I'm good here. So one more time, with feeling, I'm going to go on ahead and do the full circuit of 24 hours. This is partly to make sure, this is not level. I need to take this down a little bit on this side. There we go. Is it not level, or is my dial not level? No, it's okay now. And I should be able to go. I'm going to give it a little bit more oomph downwards there. And... oh, yeah. Oh, shoot. The thing's still on. Sorry. I'm an idiot. Total idiot. Sorry about that, people. Whoops. Figured it out. Ladies and gentlemen, is this what it feels like to be drunk, baby? I don't know. Yeah. It is hard enough to do this normally, let alone when you're live streaming to 258 people. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, there. That's that. Are we level? Are we regulated? That looks about good. I'm going to give this a little bit more downwards trajectoration. I'm probably being overly retentive, given that the bigger factor is going to be whether the minute hand clears, but for the moment I want to make sure this is as good as I can get, right? I want to do this right if I'm going to do it at all. Okay, do you have a jeweler's loop? I am wearing one attached to the Batman mask. The moment, see? It is the Bat Loop. All right, is this fun fiddly, or I'm going to stab things fiddly? That's a really excellent question, and I'm going to be honest with you. I am not 100% sure that I know the difference anymore, right? Because I don't mind taking apart like IKBS pocket knives and things like that. So, you know, it's in that uncanny valley between them. But so far, I'm enjoying this. I'll be real with you. The other thing is, hopefully, there's going to be a payoff in terms of, how do I put it? sense of ownership or accomplishment or something along those lines, right? Um, all right, so now we have done the hour hand. Next step here is going to be the minute hand. Hour hand is at its correct height. Beautiful. Now let us go on ahead and set the minute hand. Okay, that's good. And do they have a helpful primer? I do kind of wish, there we go. I do kind of wish that they had a written guide rather than just a series of videos. That would be much easier to go on ahead and do, right? So, yeah. All right, so let's go on ahead and I'm looking at that there. Take this. Oh, that'll work. Come on, people. All right, now I'm going to drop the minute hand on. And I'm going to drop it at the 12 o'clock position because, well, we want the hands to align, right? That actually looks about good. So let's go on ahead and put this here. And I'm going to, I sure wish I had an arbor press for this. Little tiny, that was a lot nicer. Okay, got this roughly at midnight. Now I'm going to press this down. Not all the way, but just a little bit. I have screwed that up. There we go. Come on. Why is this not working itself? I think I'm out of alignment is my issue here. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to go on ahead and I don't want to ever pick this guy off the dial because I could scratch the dial with my steel tweezers very easily. Or frankly, with this steel hand. We're in the danger zone here. Okay. Come off. Actually, the date window will help. Beautiful. All right. So now let's go on ahead and get the alignment right here. People, come off it. This is the annoying kind of fiddly. Just sneeze. Yeah, that'll go. That'll go real well. Yeet! All right, that's yeet number 2. Okay. Put that down. No, wrong way up, bro. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. I grab it with my steel tweezers. And I'll switch over to here. You know what's gonna suck? The second hand. Okay. No, come on, get in position. There's a fine line between fun fiddly and stab things fiddly. Well, the nice thing is if I need to stab things, I am, in fact, a knife reviewer. And I do have, what do I have around? It's stabbable. Some cardboard boxes over there in the corner. But I don't tend to take my aggression out through stabbing things, right? If you get me good and angry, you'll find me at a batting cage, which I think exercises that very nicely. Okay, bro. Don't fight me here. I am the human. I will win. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use this little guy here to see if I can't get that pressed on a little bit better. So right now, what's concerning me is there's a fair amount of schmutz on the dial. I'm going to hopefully be able to clean that off with some Rodico and whatnot, but I don't love that. We can see here that the dial has picked up. Okay, yeah, that's coming off. Good. All right, beautiful. Let's see here. Best open that second bag of hands now. That's the watchmaking equivalent of, okay, I'm just going to dial 9-1, and then you tell me when to dial the other one, right? I'm hoping I don't need them, but it's nice to have them. I can feel the people who designed this kit judging me from afar. Okay. Well, at the very least, I'm in alignment now. I'm just not pointed the right direction. Nope, that didn't work. All right, try again. Once more into the breach. So, don't push with your finger. You'll end up bending the hand entirely. Yep, I'm not planning to push the whole hand down with the finger. How's my second hand thing? Yeah, it's still centered. That's nice. Okay. Broski. Can I call you Broski? Fam? We got to have a little talk here, fam. Or to use the more formal form, familiar? Come on. Get on there, broski. Okay. We're close enough that I'm going to go in for the push. Come on. Hey, hey. Well then, is your hour hand fully seated? Yeah, I believe it is. Give it another little push there. I believe it to be fully seated. But we will see. I think my issue is just getting everything... Well, of course, my issue is just getting the hands on, right? No, I think my issue is getting everything properly aligned, right? Needs to watch a YouTube how-to. I have a YouTube how-to open. I'm just not skilled. See, that's the difference here. I know how to do it, but I'm not good at it, right? It's like playing football. I know how football is played, more or less. I don't know what some of the old things are, but doesn't mean I can do it. I think I'm getting somewhere. Oh, yeah. I believe that I have just gotten somewhere. Oh, yeah. Now, the level is not good here. This is probably going to eat its way off, but the question becomes, are we aligned at 12:03? And yep, we are. Let's try 6 p.m. here. We want the hour to be on when the minute's on. Oh, yes. People, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Do I know any clip that works tip down for the pair of 3? Nope, I don't believe so. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been done. So now what I'm going to do is press this bad boy the rest of the way on. And I'm going to really try hard not to screw this bit up. If this comes off right now, I'm going to be a very sad freaking panda. Okay? So, okay. Let me gut in here with my loop here. And the second hand stub, that's the technical term, still looks good, so we're good. All right. Now we have our second hand. And let's go on ahead and take our second hand and let's apply it. That is actually the next step here. So yes, let us go ahead and do that. Can use the nub erotico to pick up the second hand. That's a smart idea. Let's do that. Well, that was a smart idea. But I am not a brilliant man, so it didn't work out that well. Come on. Broski. All right, screw it. We're tweezing. All right. So this has a little tiny fiddly little thing at the end of it, right? I need to be very careful and make sure that that little tiny fiddly dude gets... Yeah, that's not the approach right there. What I just did, that is how you do not do this. Grab you. Okay. Let's go on ahead. Nope. Nice try. Okay. Can I do the rest of this ASMR style? Well, sure. I can go into a smooth jazz announcer voice. Can go all Baumgartner restoration with it. It's very important that I don't use staples here. It's a great channel, by the way, if you're curious. All the love. Although his knife game is not great. You know who's got good knife game? Jay's 2 cents. This is another YouTube channel. Yeet! That's yeet number 3. Anyways, Jay's 2 cents is a YouTuber who specializes in tech gear, right? And he actually has he's got a bunch of crappy knives, but he's got a Spyderco military that makes occasional appearances for unboxings, which I have to appreciate. All right. Come on, people. Yeet, number 4. Okay. This almost looks positioned. Money for Operation, the board game for practice. Yeah, that would work. Thank you very much. Yeet, number 5. I think that's 5. Yeah, that's 5. All right, almost there, people. We are so close. It says right at the top of this is the hardest part of this assembly. Yeet, number 6. But yeah, it's very clear that this is the hardest part, which I agree, actually. It's the hardest part of making this other watch here, too. I'm not counting that as a yeet. You don't get that one. Okay. Now I'm using the clear side. Now I need to make damn sure, before I press down, that I am actually on that post. Otherwise, I'm going to have a really bad time. I believe I am, actually. I believe I have just done this. But I want to go in there and I'm going to check. And I'm going to check using a much more serious business loop here. And I got to do that off camera. So let's get in here. Holy crap, I think I did it. It sure looks like I did it here. That absolutely looks as if it has been done. Hit it with a hammer. No, no, no. Leaving Chad out of the loop. Okay. What I'm going to go ahead. I don't know that that counts as a yeet, but I think it's a yeet. So, okay. Yeah, that didn't go so well. All right. Thing is, though, I did it once. Now I know I can yeet, do it again. Yep, second pin is still in position. We're happy. All right. Yeah, that's a yeet and a half. Well, I'm sorry, that's a half a yeet. A yee, if you will. Or perhaps an eat. All right. That didn't go. One more time with feeling. Okay, that was closer than you think it was. People, come on. Don't freaking fight me here. I am the knight. Did I just get Rodico in that hole? No, I didn't. All right. It's not a question I ended up thinking I'd be asking myself regularly. He is doing it right. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I would hold on to your applause. Okay. Okay, I think I'm on the post at the very least. I'll keep you posted. Okay, hold this guy. Okay. Again, using the using the serious loop over here. This bad boy. It's a little bit easier to see than the bat loop. Again, sure looks like I'm on there. Okay, so now here comes the bigger test. Don't forget to put a drop of KPL in the detent. Monsters, no. Okay, who's your daddy? Not me, by the way. No, not me. You do not want me as your daddy. But in a metaphorical sense, perhaps. But no, not in this sense. I am absolutely not your daddy. I'm your Bazzy. Who's your Bazzy? There you go. No, I am not your daddy. Get better father figures. Okay. Okay. Just trying to get this second hand on there good. All right, so my question is, are all the hands running happily? So let's go on ahead and test this. Okay. I know it's not running at the moment. That's because I've got it fully pulled all the way out. Daddy Nick, ooh, woo. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, no. No. Really? Hold on. Let's try that again. Okay. Are we aligned at 3 o'clock? We are aligned at 3 o'clock. Okay. The nice thing and the merciful thing is they don't give me minutes, right? At 6 o'clock, am I aligned? My minute hand is off by a matter of a minute or so. I'm going to see if I can't do something about that. He says idiotically. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, put this bad boy down so I don't hurt the dial. I'm just going to give this guy a little bit of a little tiny bit of a love in there. Okay. And now, holy crap, this is going. Oh, God, no. The people are having some trouble here. Yeah, we're okay. Yeah, it's close. And now, when the hour hand hits 12, it should slip over. 2 minutes early. But everything's in alignment. You know what? I think I can work with this. What that actually probably means is that the hour hand is very slightly out of whack here. I don't think I need to worry about that. Could bend the hand to foul the wheel. It didn't. So there we go. Problem solved. So let's see here. If I push the crown in, hopefully, second hand will run. And we now know that the second hand is able to run on its own. It is roughly level. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the hands. They are installed. All right. Remember this next time you talk about a watch's minute and second hand lining up. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not a professional at this, right? I'm barely a professional, period. Let alone at this. Okay. Now, this has survived. This has survived. Next step is going to be cleaning this bad boy up, right? So now we got to do that. And let's go on ahead. When do you install the helium escape valve? Omega has entered the chat. My next step here is right now what we see is there's a bunch of crap all over the freaking dial here. This is from me moving stuff around on top of it. Probably little bits in there. So my goal here is to use this little bit of Rodico here, which is basically blue tack. And actually, I'll go ahead and I'll go full finger caught for this. So, yeah, here you go. Come off it. All right. Okay. Some jokes you don't make on YouTube. Anyways, moving along. What I'm going to go on ahead and do is just use this Rodico here, and I'm going to get it kind of heated up a little bit. Going full finger, ladies. Oh, YouTube. 292 people watching me struggle with this. That's amazing. Plunge the crown? I have no idea what you're talking about here. I'm not going to plunge the crown quite yet. Is that like a... yeah. Anyways, moving on. So my goal here is going to just use this Rodico here, and I'm going to try and pick up all of the various gunction that I've put onto this dial in the process of doing this. Automatic water resistant 200 meters. I don't believe that. Having put this together, well, not put this together. I shouldn't count my chickens before I hatch them, right? But yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. Dial is getting the schmutzt, which is nice. Okay. Now I'm going to rotate the hands out of the way here, such that I can get to the stuff that's higher up, and I'll go ahead and plunge the crown for a moment. Get my second hand out of the way. All right, there we go. And there we have it. Clean this up. I just had a moment of terror that I might have installed the hands upside down, because we're damn close to, well, looks like you're living with it territory there. All right. So, get my world's worst air compressor going here. Is there anything on the hands? How are my hands looking? YouTube commenters, I don't need to hear it, right? Why is... My loop came off my Batman mask. Great. Hold on. Let's go ahead and put this guy in position here. What was I about to look at? Oh, yeah, just doing a quick inspection. There's a little bit of gunction on my hands there. On the minute hand. So I'm going to use a little Rodico here. Just pull a little bit of that off. And there's that. And here's this. Oh, that got dicey. All right. Dial looks to be good to go. Hands, let me look at that one more time here. Unfortunately, my Batman mask mount for a loop is not amazing. A little bit more. Let's get right here. Almost there. Oh, come off it. Stay attached, you freaking mask. Okay, you know what? I give up. The Batman mask mounted loop did not do me great, so I'll just hold it by hand. And there we go. Yep, we're clean. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are clean. And by the way, what you just heard is me rotating on a piano bench on which I sit during filming. No need to read too much into that. All right, so let's go on ahead and, oh yeah, check the loom. Sure, why not? Loom shot. Yeah, that's freaking luminous right there. All right, a whole bunch of people are having trouble with finger cots. That is definitely a thing. All right, okay, so now it's time to install this guy into its case. We are going to, so the case is now good to go. Or I'm sorry, the movement's now good to go. Hold on, where did I eat the other half of that case to? To where have you been yachting? Come on. Get out of there, freaking styrofoam. All right. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just place this over this. That way I don't have to worry about it. Like no more dust is going to fall onto there. Because now I got this whole affair to deal with. All right. So, basically what I'm going to do here is start off by cleaning this off. And let me grab a microfiber cloth from my vast reserve of microfiber cloths. Today's microfiber cloth is brought to you by no brand, actually. Very often it's some knife brand or another. Did you stuffle into Everyday City, Carrie? No, you did not. All right. That's looking pretty good. Inside of that, that's looking pretty good too. All right, hey, we're good to go there. Okay, next up, this whole affair. Oh, we've got a movement holder here. All right. So my goal here is to blow out the inside of this. That's right. Just got to do some blowing, wearing the finger condoms. Where is that on the inside? That better not be on the inside. I think that's on the inside. I'm going to go on ahead and polish that up. And we're going to see. Come on. That is absolutely on the inside. There is a little tiny bit of something on the inside there. And the thing is, I need to get this, I get to need this. Okay. I really plunged into this case ground first. Oof. Nice. I'm going to use this little bit of microfiber here that they gave me. And just do a little wipe in here. And get that out of there. Now, looking at reflections. A little bit of lint in there. The reason I'm being so retentive here, aside from the fact that I'm retentive, that's frankly probably why many of you are watching the channel to start with, is that this is sealed, right? Once I put the back on this guy, I shouldn't need to open this until I someday decide to try and service this myself or something. So I want to make sure that there's no extra dustification going on inside there. There is something going on in this down corner here, but I'm trying to decide whether that's external or internal or a defect in the crystal or what. Either way, it's a thing. What are you? What makes you tick? That wasn't actually intended to be a pun, but it sure was. Use the green stuff. Yeah, it's a possibility. Actually, that is the Batman approach, right? Throw green stuff at it. In his case, it means money, right? Okay, there it is. I have identified it. Let's get in there with the Rodico and see if it comes with. Have we... I believe that to be a crystal defect at this point. And I'm sorry, but I got to look at this from the top, so to speak, to be able to see what's going on inside there. And that's harder to show on a camera. And what did I just yeet? Oh, there went my movement holder. Whoops. That's going to be useful. Okay, so there was this little bit here. Oof. Oh, that's my chapter ring. Yikes. Is the chapter ring surrounded by metal? It sure is. Okay, we can deal with that. Hey, have a good night, Jason. All right. Is Nick assembling a watch? He is. He is. Is it mineral or sapphire? I believe this to be a sapphire version. Actually, with that chapter ring out, this is a little easier to deal with. Do I have any more? Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff there in the middle still. Okay, let's use this bad boy here. Let's get up inside there. Do a little wipey action. The wipey action, I know, is compelling content. It's moments like this when I feel like a content creator. I can't call myself that. I really can't. Like I am. I understand it applies to me, but it's just like, oh, what do you do for fun? I'm a content creator. Nope. Absolutely not. If anything, I create discontent because people get into watches. Anyways, I digress. All right. Distraction question time. What is my favorite frequency? What is its period and why? My favorite frequency. You know, there's a lot to be said for 2500 hertz, right? Pretty solid frequency, that one. Its period is, well, if you put that in front of 1 over t, then that's going to solve for your period there. I'll leave that as an exercise to the viewer. Same thing with the wavelength. It's not the same formula, of course. It's going to have the speed of sound, then you're going to calculate that. Anyways, I digress. 2500 hertz, pretty solid frequency. There's also a lot to be said for about 170 hertz, something along those lines. Blow on it? Yeah, no, absolutely. There we go. I say like I'm doing something. There's one little pain in the neck in there. Is that on the inside or the outside? That is on the inside. Okay. Where are you? Right about here. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, got it. We have, I think, got this bad boy cleaned out. So I'm going to blow this out one more time here. Then I'm going to set it down like this so that no dust can fall into it. All right, let's see here. 2000 hertz as well. Yeah, it's a good frequency, right? Let's see. Install the chapter ring and the watch case. Okay, what am I doing with myself here? So first, install the chapter ring around the movement, and then put the movement in the case. All right. I can work with this. So, this goes over here. This goes over here. Next step is going to be to remove the crown, I believe. Right? Right? Right. Right. With the hands on. Damn it. That's weird. Okay. Where is the bit that I press on to remove the crown? Come here, crown removal press on bit. This is going to be awkward. Okay, bro. That's my problem. Press that down. And at the same time, I should be able to. I so very badly want to set this down, and I really badly do not. I have gone too far into watches, my friend. I wholeheartedly agree with you. One of my viewers is the manager of a local Rolex boutique. Yeet! That would be the next yeet. And that fact is not good. He's a nice guy. I beef with him, but that's a dangerous fact. Okay, so the Swiss born with 3 hands is something. Yeah, it's a little known fact. The Swiss are actually octopi. Octopodes? I don't freaking know. Okay, how am I getting this bad boy in here? You know what? I'm going to start off by just setting this down. And now let's see if I can do it this way. Can I do it this way? How the heck am I supposed to get this freaking thing on here? Tell me this disassembles. Yes, it does. Thank God. Okay, I'm sitting here like, what am I doing? Like I'm trying to push something into... Yeah, never mind. Not going there. Not while wearing finger condoms, I'm not. Okay, that part needs to be there. Come on. I need to not touch the movement with my uncondomed fingers. I have about 10 seconds to grab there. Okay. Good. 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 That's not good. The reason I'm saying that's not good is that the crown needs to be here. So let me adjust matters. Is this going to be the part of the watch review disassembly? Nope. No. Nope. And nope. Okay. That's okay. Almost there. This is a unique situation. Come off it. Rotate, bro. Rotate. Or brotate, depending on how you want to shorten that. He says, repeatedly touching the dial he just cleaned. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do this instead. There we are. Okay, beautiful. All right. Is this a Spyderco? Yes, you can tell by the hole. Okay. Next up is, let's install this guy. This needs to go... Oh, God, I got to align the chapter ring, don't I? Okay, chapter ring is currently not in alignment. What I mean by that is that you can see there are big ticks on the outside here. And those need to align with the hour markers. Okay, there's that. Come on. Why are you not working for me, bro? There you go. Okay, now let's get the chapter rings in alignment. Seiko, pay attention. Okay. No, not quite. Need to make sure that everything is all set here. And sorry, I'm not being the most interactive jackass ever because at the moment I'm aligning a chapter ring. Okay, let me check the chat right quick. Did I apply sufficient knife lube to the watch? I did not. Why does it have to be proprietary hardware? No, actually, this is a flathead screw. That's nice. Wife must be out of town. Nope. Just working. It would be entertaining if she came home randomly and I'm sitting here at my desk wearing finger condoms and a Batman mask. Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point in time, I think she'd just be like, okay, hi. I don't really feel like she would have any trouble understanding my life at this point. Some people talk about marrying up or marrying down. She married weird. So yeah. Oh, hey, Alan. Good to see you. All right. What's going on here? Is that in place? Is that in place? My chapter rings aligned. Not quite. I need to be more attentive here. What direction am I moving things? Actually, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Pulling the crown out didn't hack yet, Hex. It's a hacking movement. It means the second hand stops when you pull the crown out. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean this little bit off here. I don't know that it's going to show. I don't think it will, but in case it does, I want it to look pretty, right? A few happy trees. Yeah. All right, there we are. Okay, so next step is going to be to install the case. Okay. Hold on just a second here. Movement holder needs to be inserted all the way. Need to remove the movement and dial assembly. You can. Don't want to. Really don't want to. Okay, next step is going to be to put the case on this bad boy. You know what? Let me check the inside of the case one more time. A little bit of something got on the dial there. Get that. It's a blowout. Okay, Nick, it's upside down. I don't believe you're right about that, because the crown needs to go on this side, and the crown is at 3 o'clock. I don't think this is upside down. Maybe I'm wrong. Frankly, I'm probably wrong. Let's just be real here. At this point in my life, with my level of expertise, the wrongness is probably the option. That would be a solid bet. But at this point, I don't believe that I am wrong. Let's see here. Now what I'm going to do is this. This is dumb. But it's the dumb I'm going to do. My goal here is going to be to take this whole affair, flip it over. Good. Okay. That's easy enough. Now the whole thing is in there. Actually, I might just be able to work it this way, right? My goal is to keep this whole affair flat as I'm inserting, just to kind of very slowly work this bad boy in. There's kind of a bulge to it, and then it should fall in place. Oop, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, no, that's working. Slowly but surely, we're working this in. The Batman mask makes this even better. Yep, absolutely. Okay. That's not in alignment. Very gingerly here. Much like Ron Weasley, gotta be gingerly here. Get it? Ginger? Serenity now. No, this spot isn't bad. The hand setting, that was a little touch and go. I'm going to be real with you, but this spot ain't so bad. Let me get in here with my custom tool here made of CPM S33 and see if I can't. There we go. Just gently, gently, gently get this in. Slow but sure. much like the microphone. Let's see here. I'll need a leather strap as an upgrade. Maybe. Could be nice. I wonder what the lug width on... Holy crap, is this a 24 millimeter lug width? Sorry, I just looked at that and it's like, holy cow. No, 22. Okay, good. Looked huge for a moment. Let's see here. Where's Mickey Mouse? Oh, shouldn't be touching that. Actually, let me not clean my movement before I know that I've got everything inserted properly. One of the ways I'm going to know that is whether the crown lines up. That sure seems like it's lining up. Okay. Let me try that one more time here with feeling. Go ahead and insert the crown. Crown is in. I'm going to go ahead and just install the crystal here. This is temporary. Don't you worry, you pretty little heads. Well, okay, whatever the aesthetic status of your heads are, don't worry them. Nate, I actually EDC'd the Z-Hunter for a week once. That was when I reached a certain level of Patreon support. I made that promise, and it was a bad idea. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a watch. Okay, now I'm going to pop this open. And I'm going to clean off the inside of the movement here before I seal things back up. There is a... Come on, bro. Okay, time for the S30 tree here. There we go. We'll lift that off. Okay, next step. Get in here, clean things up. My goal here is just to clear out any dustification that might have gotten in there. Any rustification that might have gotten in there. There's something on top of that winding wheel. Right approximately over here. Okay, see right there? Actually, let me zoom you in a little bit here. So I'll show you what it's at. Yeah, the gasket's going to go on. Don't worry about that. Although, actually, I am not a brilliant man, so I'm going to put the gasket right here. Just that way I'm thinking about it, right? Thank you for that. What the heck is going on here? Metal Complex? Hey, Metal Complex. Good to see you. I got into watches. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the movement itself. And by the way, for those of you unfamiliar with the workings of a mechanical watch movement, I'm going to poorly describe the elements of it. Watchmakers, I'm so sorry. Clean that up. That up right there. Good. So what we got right here, this is an automatic watch. What that means is it is self-winding. Self-winding means that this little weight spins when I rotate my arm, basically. This weight spins, and when that weight spins, you'll see that it's actually going to rotate this little wheel just the slightest bit, right? See? Just clicking along there. And as a result, this is going to wind the watch as I wear it on a regular basis. So this way right here is the rotor. Down here, I've got myself a, well, this is the balance wheel. Going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This is the thing that when, running makes the watch secondhand tick, right? The way that the watch keeps time is by running back and forth, back and forth. It's like a pendulum on an old clock, except it's rotational rather than back and forth, right? And so this whole affair is, well, a whole affair, right? That's what we got working there. Underneath here, this is the spring that's powering the thing. It's inside this little area right here. What else can we see? The little crown. All the various running wheels and whatnot. But anyways, that is a thing. So what I'm going to go on ahead and do now is actually, I think everything's clean-ish. I'm going to go on ahead and I'm going to wind the movement up pretty thoroughly. In fact, as you see, as I wind it, you're going to see those wheels rotating right there. That's putting spring tension into this whole system. No, I haven't really. It's not that I haven't reviewed a lot of watches. Honestly, I haven't been able to film a lot of reviews lately. It's not true. I've been filming 2 or 3 a week, but relative to my normal, just because work has been wrecking me. You have no idea. It has been ugly. And so as a result, I have been, like, I'm fine. My job is fine. I like my job, but it's just been eating every moment of my life, right? And so my goal here is to wind this guy up pretty fully. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my time grapher. We are going to regulate this watch. So this whole affair right here. Oh, hey, I got the clip on here still. All right. Got it. All right. Hey. I'm going to go on ahead and throw this over here for the moment. Put this over here. Don't need that yet. Can put the sharpening stone elsewhere. There we go. Please put your expensive stick near the balance. Yeah, I can see how that might have thrown you off balance. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is regulate this watch. This right here is your cheapest time grapher freaking ever, right? What this guy is going to tell me is basically the accuracy with which this watch is running at the moment. And when I plug it in, there we go. Multifunction time grapher. I am actually kind of surprised that that part's in English. I'm going to be real with you here. All right. So now what I do is I take the watch itself here, and I'll go on ahead and I'll put it into this little holder guy. And there's a very sensitive little microphone / transducer here. It's going to pick up on the beating of this little watch. Plus 24 seconds a day. Oh, no. It's regulating itself down. See, you can read this. So this means that right now in this position, this watch would run at 10 seconds a day fast. Okay, it's not great, right? This guy is $150, which is pretty pricey, but you can actually get apps that do the same thing. Now I'm changing the position. We're going to see where it's running. +9. Okay. Not amazing, but we'll work with it. That looks about steady. Okay. Rotate, rotate, rotate. And I think we've just changed. In this position, we are at -8. Okay, so we've gone from +9 to -8 seconds a day. That's a little bit of positional variation there. Not ideal. Okay, changing the position again. Are we still strongly negative? We are. Oof. Okay, now let's do... Oh, that went to -15. Oof. Gonna do this now. The watch is currently facing upwards. How professional I am at this. I appreciate very much the vote of confidence, but no. I am just an amateur who is very good at seeming professional at things. Okay, -15. Let's go this way. Crown up. Where are we at here? Still -10. Okay. -13. So we're running a little slow overall. Now being very careful as to not... Yeah, there we go. So when we're back in this position, wait a second, the heck? It's reading negative now in this position again. Interesting. I'm assuming then that the very first part was some measurement error going on. Although, wait, is it stabilizing? I'm looking at this track along the bottom there, and that's... Okay, it's not a fish finder. Yes, there are lots of fish under my desk right now. Actually, technically, I think if you go all the way through the earth from where I'm at, you end up in the Indian Ocean. So technically, yes, this is accurate. It just... not exactly the way you would expect. Okay, this is currently running at -1. Let's do one more time here. So can you make adjustments to regulation? Yes, you can, and that's my next goal here. And we're back to relatively sharply negative. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. What I'd like to do is find me some fish. Right here on the watch. Can I zoom you in? I don't think I can. But I can lift this up. Right here on the watch, there is a little arm. That little arm allows me to adjust the speed at which this watch is running. I am going to look very closely in here. I want to move this such that it is going a little faster. And I'm going to use CPM S33 over here. And just very gingerly push that over. I don't know that I've done any good there yet, but let's see. We're now at +10. Okay, so I've done a lot of good. What's my goodness over here? What's causing this level of fluctuation? Unfortunately, look, the movement itself is not the most accurate thing ever, right? So that's the nature of it, right? Okay, now we're running... What are we running here? Running a little negative. It's doing a lot of like weird down things. This could actually be a little low on wine too, although I wound it a fair amount. People are asking me about Morlocks, which I don't actually understand what that means, so yeah. Why am I wearing 4 condoms? You can never be too careful, right? You do not want little Nick Shabazzes running around the world. Anyways, I digress. Stabilize, -21. Okay, that's not good. I need to give it a little bit more love then. Yeah, finger oils are bad for watches. That is the real approach. Doesn't talking and ambient noise throw it off? The thing is, though, this is a transducer that's built into this unit itself, right? And so if I do things like this, like this, it messes with things, but my talking really shouldn't be an issue because also, think about it, we're looking at a very different beat rate here than my voice, right? I'm at like 150 hertz or so, and this is much, much higher. Okay. Did that change anything? Wow, that changed a lot. What's my next reading? -3. Oh, maybe it ain't so bad. When in doubt, eat the watch. Yeah. Try some KPL on the hairspring. Okay, we're now at -32 seconds a day. That's... I don't believe that. I do not believe that at all. There we go. We're closer to 0 seconds a day. Let's put it down here again. Yeah, if you're curious about any of the tools, go to Shabazz.com/tools. Or more specifically, the DIY Watch Club provided a lot of the tools I'm using here today. In fact, the only one they didn't give me is this bad boy. So I can put back over here. Minus 15. I'm making a little difference here, but I'm not doing a whole lot. Wait, am I going the wrong direction? I 100% just went the wrong direction. Okay, I think I just way overdid it. 90% sure. Yeah, 111 seconds a day off. Yeah, that's bad. Let's let this speed fully back up here. It did skip a beat there. Kosk 5 dimensions. Is A 440 or 442? Generally A is 440, but we know this. Okay, 133 seconds a day. So that's actually a little bit off, come to think of it. So let's go on ahead and make that not a thing, shall we? Okay. Skip the beat there, that's okay. The problem with regulating a watch is you're not guaranteed that you're going to do better. You can guarantee different, but you won't guarantee better. Okay, 112, that's a start. Okay. And we're moving. Okay, I think we're back closer to maybe 50-ish. Okay, good. We're creeping up on it here. We're creeping up on it. Why is the amplitude changing? Because I keep hitting it with my stick here. Let's see here. Best way to adjust the practical use is, look, AZ Hawk, that's fine. Hey, Nick, did I pick up a Mini Tempest? Did I get a chance to see the Knife Nuts podcast version? I did not. I am hoping to get a Knife Nuts podcast version, and that should be a beautiful thing. Pardon me. Okay. Still at 57 a day. Let's do better than that, shall we? Creeping up on it here. Okay, that was a little too creepy. And shifting on my chair. Okay, not making much headway. Well, nope, not making much headway. Keep pressing. Oop, stop the balance spring. Where are we at now? So you see here, this slope is changing. And when that slope changes, I know I'm doing a little bit better. When in doubt, hit it with a stick. Yeah. I would like to see the Grimsmos do watches, just because that would amuse me. Be so retentive, it would be amazing. Okay. Milling out quartz crystals on there. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Keep it pushing. Okay. The problem is I'm trying to go very slowly here, but that was too much. That was way too much. See, now we're going the other direction. Oh, we're settling out now as the beat comes back. But I think we're still negative now. We should be at like -5. -46. Now that's stabilizing. Stabilize. Did you hear about the guy who swallowed 6 plastic horses? Doctors say his condition is stable. All right, +2. So we're back to where we started. That might be more than +2. Let's drop it this way. +10. Okay. I sort of that looks not bad, actually. We're dropping down a little bit, -3. I can live with that, though. 2 hours of your life gone. Holy crap, has it been 114 minutes? Come on, people. What are you all doing? The 280 of you really not have anything better to do? All right. So a polar bear walks into a bar and says, "I'd like a pina colada." The bartender says, "Okay, what's with the big paws?" Polar bear says, "Dude, I'm a polar bear." That's not so bad. I can live with that. Does orientation change the accuracy that much on a normal production watch? No, not generally. This is not a super high quality movement, is my understanding here. Rush or Metallica? I'm a Rush guy, actually. Roll the Bones, favorite album. So a horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, why the long face?" Okay. Yeah, do not get into watches. Here's a really good summary of all this today. Do I do microwaves? Nope. I stop. Anything above 30,000 hertz, I don't give a crap. Is an NH36 movement. You know what? At the moment, I'm feeling pretty good about the accuracy we got here, right? So a Buddhist monk, a Catholic priest, and a rabbit walk into a bar. The bartender looks at the rabbit and says, "I think you're a typo." Yeah, we're good with the accuracy here. I'm perfectly happy with all this. All right, so let's go on ahead and shut this bad boy off and case this bad boy up. All right. Okay, take that off and put away the time grapher for the moment because we appear to have made some positive progress, which is a joy. All right, so now I've been futzing around in there. Let's just make sure that we got this pulled out. No problem. The inside of this bad boy still looks good. Okay, so let's install the back plate. And I know a bunch of people are about to erupt in a chorus of "the seal, Nick, the seal." Let's find a home for it, shall we? Okay, actually, I'll install that. Yeah, I'll just install it on this bit here. I think that'll work easier. Do I need to lube my seal first? Not taking the bait. Not taking the bait. Yeah. Maybe that's not the right approach. Well, no, that seems to be working. No, I don't like that. Let's put it there. Okay, and actually, let me pull you guys back down into this, and gals, of course. And there we go. Let me get this into position here. So a penguin is driving down the street, and it's a really bad pothole. Car just completely, messed up. Right? It's a really, really hot day. Penguin sees a local shop open, like a repair shop, and, pulls the car in there, etc. Oh, we can see a couple of fingerprints on the back there. I got to hit this with some Rodico. Anyways, Penguin, pulls his car into the shop, says, "Hey, can you figure out what's wrong with my car and fix it?" He says, "It's really hot here. I'm just going to go across the way to that ice cream shop." and gets some ice cream because it's hot out and I'm a freaking penguin. Guy says, sure, sure. Penguin goes across the way, and he's penguin, so he's super enthusiastic about ice cream, right? And the maintenance guy, car repair person, does some looking at it. Penguin just dives into his ice cream like a whole bowl. It's a mess, right? Because he's a freaking penguin. He likes cold things. That's fine. The maintenance guy, calls him up and says, "Hey, come back over." And the penguin goes back over there. Maintenance guy looks at him and covered ice cream. Says, "Oh, looks like you blew a seal." Penguin says, "Nah, don't worry, it's just ice cream." So, anyways, let's go ahead and put this guy back on here. And I think we are all set. Oh, no, that's not in position quite yet over there. This is a little bit off position-wise. Penguins probably shouldn't be driving. If that's what you took from that joke, then yes, that is exactly the punchline. All right. So, one of the best jokes you've ever heard from me. Good. Relish it. The humor ain't getting any better. That looks pretty good. Okay. One last little bit of blowification here. That's like a quarter of a yeet, I feel like. Actually, can I just leverage that? All right. And to be fair, I want to be very clear. That is not my joke, right? That's an antique. I don't even know where I heard it first. Maybe Slicey Dicey would know. Being a comic and whatnot. Yeah, okay, we're back in position. We are running. Check my transparent case back. We are good. All right. So, finally, we case this bad boy up. And I'm going to use this case back wrench here for it. And I will adjust this to make sure things are properly put together of. Too far apart. All right. Ah, damn it. I just moved this. I want to make sure my seal's okay. That's why I've kept on the finger cots. The dactylic prophylactics. No, that'd be phalangeal. Dactyl is the feet. Anyways, I digress. Dactyl wings. Ah, damn it, my Greek is failing me at the moment. Glue the ring down. Nope. Absolutely not. Okay. That's there. Time to use my case back wrench. Put that there. And now we tighten, tighten, tighten. And before I put too much gronk on it here, I want to make sure that everything's working. We are ticking along here. Tick, tick, ticking along. That's nice. Make sure the date window's working. Mind you, if something's not working here, we're closer to yeet territory than anything. Yeah, okay, that's working. Actually, let me see if my date quickset is working. I never tested that. You don't want to test that until you actually know what time the watch thinks it is, because if you quickset at the wrong time, you're going to have a problem, right? But it is currently the heck day is it the 9th. All right. There we go. And 9. Beautiful. And it is 8:04. Good Lord, it's 8:04 already. All right. Let's see here. This company must be saving costs if they make you build it yourself. Yep, indeed. They're making money. Okay, actually, I'm going to put this in here. And then I'm going to be super retentive about it. And watch the chat for a minute and then hit the button in when I see my computer switch over to 806, because network time is close enough for me. How you doing, chat, over here? What's going on? Let's see here. Is over fussing it with a thing? Yeah, that's a thing. Nick doesn't know how to tell time. It's not 8 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock. You freaking... So that little thing right there, that never happened. That never happened. I'd like you all to notice that that did not exist. Just bought a Kevin Foster. Hey, thank you very much there. Appreciate that. Yeah, that whole thing didn't happen. That was daylight savings time error. Yep, 8:06. Okay. Yeah, we're roughly good. All right, beautiful. Shouldn't the arrow point to the seconds? No. The second hand is that the long part is seconds here. Guys, look, I've been doing this for 2 hours. I need a snack. I need a snack or something. I need a lobotomy or something. Okay, so we got everything working here. Let me go ahead and finish sealing the case up. Put a little more Gronk on it here. This case back ran chain actually bad. Okay. There we go. And the little Gronk has been put. Now, finally, we need to put on the... open the watch and eat some Cheetos on top of it. You monster. Come on. Screw down there, screw down crown. Beautiful. We are in position. Now we just need to install this bad boy right here, the dive bezel. Okay. It is a unidirectional dive bezel, a little bit of bezel play. Now I got to get the alignment right. And that's going to be, it's really weird. White, 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 white. 3 dots of red and then 20. Okay. So there is that. That's not installed yet. I just need to do that in place. What I'm going to go ahead and do first is use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Where is my booze? Here we are. Hit red lines. You should not set the date unless you're in the 6:30 position or so. Greg, I talked about that a little bit, and that's a possibility. But I knew at that very moment that the date was fine because I was setting the date at, like I knew that I was at noon rather than at midnight on that. So you're right. It's a good idea when you watch it, when you're putting, you're setting the date on a mechanical watch to make sure you're not setting the date at the wrong time because you could cause some problems there. That's a whole sound. Sounds like a penguin whose car broke down. All right. And so now we finally need to get the, get this bezel on here. Every possible tool. Oh, good Lord, you've got a case press? That's case pressing. All right. I think you've got your pressing needs covered. Okay. So I've got that there. Now, how the heck am I going to do this? I should align this such that the 12 o'clock is good to go. Folks, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stand up here and see if I can still do this on camera. No. I'm taking this off camera to drop this on just because I need the straight vertical approach. Don't screw it up, Nick. Do not screw it up. I'm screwing it up. Am I screwing it up? Maybe I didn't screw it up. Maybe I don't think I screwed it up. All right. Narrator, he screwed it up. I don't think we're screwed up here. Hey, congratulations to me. Yeah, I think we're okay. I'll rotate this bad boy. Not the most beautiful action ever, but it does the trick. There's enough play there that I can make it look like I didn't screw it up, even if I screwed it up, right? Yeah. There you go. Can I give you any info for reviews on the way? Yeah, tomorrow you are getting the concept knives Sprite and Gremlin. Is the ones I have planned for the moment. And beyond that, you are getting something. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have completed a watch. This watch is now built. It is set to the correct time and date, I think. Let me double check that real quick. Yeah, it's set to the correct time and date. That's a beautiful thing. It only had 7.75 yeats. Yep, that's true. I'm a fan of that. Let's see here. Any terrible knives? Oh, I got lots of terrible knives, including some from a buddy who I know to be a master of terribility. Not like as a human, but as a knife chooser. And that's cool. Let's go ahead and install this strap. This needs to go here. The nice way to install these straps is as such. Is that a piece of metal in it? All right. Take this bad boy here with a quick release spring bar. No drilled lugs on this. That's a shame. But, you know, it's less relevant with a quick release spring bar here. Is that an official Nick Shabazz? You're right, it is actually. Here, let's put it up against my newly improved Nick Shabazz channel stickers. Oh yeah, not quite my color properly, but still close enough, right? Yeah, Nick Shabazz strap. There you go. Any suggestions for a first knife to give to a 13-year-old? Check my video on that very topic. But Spyderco Dragonfly is always going to be my suggestion for the younger children. Mind you, I don't have kids, so that's kind of like asking a blind dude any suggestions for how to see a pretty sunset. It ain't kind of my department, right? So, yeah. I would talk to somebody who is engaged in the whole spawning affair. And get their thoughts, but I think Tony Scullambrini agrees, and he's reproduced. All right, there we go. And we're popped into place. And all I got to do now, finally, yet I have the dad jokes. Look, that's how I get them out, right? I'm not going to have kids, so I might as well have dad jokes and do them to people on the internet, right? Can take off the finger condoms, finally. All right, and pull this around. This is actually adjusted to the LBHs. That's weird. Even has their logo on it. And we have this guy completed. I have a new watch on my wrist. Let's do a loom shot real quick. Holy crap, the bezel is loomed. Guys, look at this. You know what? Okay, so final conclusion. How do I feel about this whole affair? How do I feel about this? I actually am, again, okay, hold on just a second. Where's my freaking sign? Talking about frequencies earlier, now I need a sign. This guy, again, full final disclosure, this guy was sent to me by DIYWatchClub. They sent me the whole kit. They said, hey, Nick, this seems like it'd be up your alley. What do you think? I told him, as always, talk about the good, the great, the bad, the ugly, might be a gem, might be a gem. How do I feel about this? Actually, this was kind of a cool experience. I'm going to be real. Partly because I was with you all, and that brings me joy, right? But this was easy enough that I feel like it didn't completely screw me over. Like completely assembling this guy, you know, from the start, I needed a watchmaker there for me. This was easy enough that I think most people could do this with a modicum of patience, and they're pretty good instructions. I feel like that worked out. Their timing estimated about 2 hours, about 133 minutes on my end. That's okay with that. And the end product is actually not bad. Right? They've done enough good here with the case. They've done enough good here with the bezel, with the loom, etc., that it's not like the thing you're going to get out the other end is junkiness, right? Whether I would dive with this, probably not. I haven't pressure tested it. If I had a pressure tester, and I don't have a pressure tester, and I'm not that deep into watches, but nonetheless, I mean, I don't know about that, but at the same time, this was actually kind of a cool thing. And now this watch is at the end of the day, is it an amazing watch? Like, no, not particularly, right? This is not like, oh my God, everybody is going to be blown away. But because I built it, I have a little bit more emotional investment in it, right? This will probably stick around for much more because, well, I built the damn thing. And I think that's actually a really cool thing. And I learned, actually I knew this stuff already from having done the American, the horological folk version. But, you get some tools, you get some knowledge, you get some experience, right? This is kind of cool. And considering that you're not paying a whole lot of money for it, what was this? 320 bucks, I think, in the current approach. Honestly, you could pay that for a Seiko and get basically the same thing, right? So I think this is kind of a cool thing. If you're interested in building a watch, then this is a neat approach. And they did enough, giving you good tools enough, at least good enough tools. Not like amazing. I sure could have used a pair of non-metal tweezers to grab hands with. But they give you enough good tools that it's like, okay, yeah, that worked. And so honestly, I like this. I think this is pretty fair, and it brings me some joy. Is definitely, and quality's there. So whether you want to go out and buy one, I don't know. Is it a gem? I don't know, but the experience was pretty great. And a big part of that, honestly, was you all, right? But no, seriously, a big part of that was doing this with you folks, right? There was some joy in doing this, and yeah. So anyways, thank you all for joining me for this gigantic freaking live stream of 1 hour and 35 minutes. No, 135 minutes. Turns out I can't read time is unfortunately the main takeaway from today's live stream is like Nick Shabazz does not understand time. But nonetheless, yeah, that's definitely a thing. So thank you all for joining me on this wonderful occasion for watching me build this thing. I'm shocked I got it done and working, which is nice. And have yourselves just an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, everybody. And repeat after me. Do not get in 2 watches.